Cathie Wood, the CEO of ARK Investment Management, is frequently touted as the stock market's champion of disruptive innovation. As the pandemic wreaked havoc on investors in 2020, Wood's flagship ARK Innovation ETF returned more than 152%, earning her praise for putting money behind innovation while still generating a lot of money. At the end of September 2021, ARK had a portfolio worth over $41 billion. However, the last few years have seen surging prices and increased appetites for riskier investment strategies. As inflation rose, stock values of businesses operating in high-growth industries have plummeted. Wood, whose fund is mostly invested in these companies, hasn't changed her strategy, instead doubling down on high-growth bets and purchasing bargain shares. Following the highs of 2020, her flagship fund is down a whopping 20% in the first few weeks of 2022. In today's video, we discuss the 15 worst stock picks of Cathie Wood. Welcome to Financial Market TV. If you're new to the channel and enjoy content like this, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, please don't hesitate to share your comments down below and give this video a like. Let's get started. Number 15, 908 Devices Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 8. The decline in share price in 2021, 71.7%. Measurement equipment for the chemical and biochemical industries are manufactured and sold by 908 Devices Inc. Since late 2020, the company has been part of the ARK portfolio. Despite the fact that the stock has fallen in value in recent months, Wood has expanded her holdings in the company. According to filings for the third quarter of 2021, ARK owns $89 million worth of shares in 908 Devices Inc. Hedge funds have been selling 908 Devices Inc. shares as the stock price has fallen. 8 hedge funds had positions in this stock worth $152 million at the end of the third quarter of 2021. They're one of the growth stocks that's feeling the pinch of a slowing economy. 14. Personalis Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 14. Decline in share price in 2021, 71.9%. As the stock price decreases, hedge fund interest in Personalis Inc., a cancer genomics company, has decreased slightly. 14 hedge funds held positions in Personalis Inc. worth $172 million at the end of the third quarter of 2021. In recent months, though, Wood has reaffirmed her positive outlook on Personalis Inc. ARK boosted its investment in Personalis Inc. by 5% in the third quarter, and now over 5.1 million shares worth of about $100 million. It has been a steady part of the ARK portfolio since the second quarter of 2019. Number 13. Organovo Holdings Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 3. Decline in share price in 2021, 73%. Organovo Holdings Inc. is a biotech company that specializes in 3D tissue development. According to recent records, ARK owned 381,586 shares in the company, valued at $2.5 million at the end of September 2021. Between June and September, Wood sold 11% of her stock in the company. Although the stock was added to the ARK portfolio in the late 2020, the fund has quickly reduced its holdings in the company during the last 3 quarters. With pipeline development, Organovo Holdings Inc. has been unable to garner significant hedge fund interest. 3 hedge funds held holdings in Organovo Holdings Inc. were $3.5 million at the end of the third quarter of 2021, up from 2 the previous quarter at $5.4 million. Number 12, Evogene Limited. Number of hedge fund holders, 6. Decline in share price in 2021, 74%. Evogene Limited is a computational biology company. In recent months, hedge funds have been less enthusiastic about the stock. 6 hedge funds held positions in Evogene Limited worth $13 million at the end of the third quarter of 2021, compared to 7 of the previous quarter at $18 million. According to data from the end of September, ARK owned over 4 million shares in the company worth over $10.6 million. Since the first quarter of 2018, the company has been a regular in the ARK portfolio. Number 11, Skills Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 18. Decline in share price in 2021, 75.5%. Skills Inc. is a company that specializes in interactive home entertainment. In recent months, the stock's price has plummeted, prompting a hedge fund flight from the firm. In the third quarter of 2021, 18 hedge funds held positions in Skills Inc. worth $432 million, down from 20 in the previous quarter worth $1.1 billion. Skills Inc.'s ARK exposure has been lowered by Wood. Between June and September, it increased by over 24%. As a result, it now owns 18.8 million shares worth $184 million. In the first quarter of 2021, ARK purchased a stake in the company, increasing in the following quarter before drastically reducing its holdings. Number 10, Gamita Limited. Number of hedge fund holders 12. Decline in share price in 2021, 75.8%. Gamita Limited, a clinical stage biotech firm developing therapies for cancer and blood diseases, has not had positive hedge fund coverage in the second half of 2021. At the end of the third quarter of 2021, 12 hedge funds held stakes worth $26 million in Gamita Limited, compared to 14 the preceding quarter worth $53 million. ARK first bought a stake in Gamita in the third quarter of 2020, buying over 186,000 shares. The fund then added to that position substantially in the next 3 quarters, before slashing it by over 9% between June and September 2021. Currently, they own 623,674 shares in Gamita, worth $2.4 million. Number 9, Pluristem Therapeutics Inc. Number of hedge fund holders 6. Decline in share price in 2021, 76%. Pluristem Therapeutics Inc. is a biotech company based in Israel. It's yet another corporation in which Wood has just reduced his holdings. According to recent reports, ARK sold 32% of its holdings in Pluristem Therapeutics Inc. in the third quarter of 2021, leaving the fund with 925,361 shares worth $2.4 million at the end of September. Since the second quarter of 2019, Pluristem Therapeutics has been part of the ARK portfolio. Despite the fact that this share have lost more than 2/3 of their value in 2021, there has been no major hedge fund activity. Number 8, Nano Imaging Limited. Number of hedge fund holders 9. Decline in share price in 2021, 76.3%. X-ray source technology is developed and sold by Nano Imaging Limited. Hedge funds have begun fleeing the stock as its share price has fallen sharply. 9 hedge funds had $19 million in Nano Imaging at the end of the third quarter of 2021, compared to 11 hedge fund holdings, $28 million the previous quarter. Wood's portfolio includes Nano and other small and developing tech companies. According to the most recent statistics, ARK reduced its position in the company by 21% in the third quarter of 2021. Nano Imaging Limited has now reduced to 123,613 shares worth $2.7 million in its portfolio. Number 7, Selectus SA. Number of hedge fund holders 8. Decline in share price in 2021, 76.4. Selectus SA is a company based in Spain. Gene editing-based immuno-oncology products are being developed. It's one of the few stocks in the ARK portfolio that has seen an uptick in hedge fund activity in recent months. Selectus SA was owned by 8 hedge funds at the end of the third quarter of 2021, with a total value of $55 million, up from the 7 in the previous quarter for a total of $77 million. Wood, on the other hand, has reduced its holdings in Selectus SA. ARK filings increased by 19% in the third quarter compared to the second. According to the most recent data, ARK has had 3.7 million shares in the company, valued at $47.7 million at the end of September, according to Selectus. Since the first quarter of 2018, it has been a constant in the ARK portfolio. Number 6, Invitae Corporation. Number of hedge fund holders 24. Decline in share price in 2021, 77%. Invitae Corporation specializes in medical genetics. Despite a steep drop in the stock price, Wood has maintained her bullish outlook on the company in recent months. ARK boosted its holding in Invitae Corporation by 22% between June and September, according to 13F filings. Invitae Corporation has been part of the ARK portfolio since 2016, with a brief hiatus in the second and third quarters of the 17th. Invitae Corporation is one of the stocks that have been affected by a recent market shift toward value. Number 5, Stoneco Limited. Number of hedge fund holders 37. Decline in share price in 2021, 78%. Stoneco Limited provides financial technology solutions to small and medium-sized enterprises in Brazil, including back-office software, loans, and other financial services. Stoneco Limited has also suffered as a result of the market slumps in growth stocks, prompting a slew of pessimistic remarks on the company. In the third quarter of 2021, 37 hedge funds held holdings in Stoneco Limited worth $2.2 billion compared to 44 in the previous quarter worth $2.7 billion. The drop, on the other hand, has emboldened Wood, who has utilized it to to buy even more Stoneco Limited shares. According to recent filings, ARK owned 1.8 million shares worth $63 million at the end of September, an increase of 211% compared to filings for the second quarter. However, in the first half of 2021, the stock was down nearly 20%. Number 4. Peloton Interactive Incorporated. Number of hedge fund holders 62, decline in share price in 2021 80%. Peloton Interactive Inc. creates interactive fitness products and operates a linked fitness platform that allows consumers to exercise at home with live and on-demand sessions. Despite a steep drop in the stock price, ARK's position on the company has remained unchanged in recent months. The fund had 1.7 million shares of Peloton Interactive Inc. valued at $149 million at the end of September. ARK first purchased a stake in the company in late 2020 and has steadily increased its holdings since then. Peloton's stock took a hit in the third quarter as the company issued a voluntary recall for both its legacy treadmill and its newly launched base model treadmill. This could be a result of a design error. This new treadmill offering was expected to be a key growth driver in the second half of 2021, and this development reduces the investors' confidence in this product pipeline, therefore selling stocks. Number 3. Chemmap Therapeutics Limited. Number of hedge fund holders 3. Decline in share price in 2021 81%. Chemmap Therapeutics Limited is a biotech company. In recent months, elite hedge funds have been drawn to the company's medication pipeline, including OrbiMed Advisors, a New York-based firm that is a major stakeholder. With 2.5 million shares worth more than $28 million, the company has a market capitalization of more than $28 million. Chemmap Therapeutics Limited is a new addition to the ARK Holdings. Between June and September of 2021, the fund bought a stake in the company. 180,523 shares worth $2 million make up this position. Number 2. Aqua Bounty Technologies Incorporated. Number of hedge fund holders 6. Decline in share price in 2021 83%. Aqua Bounty Technologies Inc. is a biotech company specializing on aquaculture. It is owned by ARK, which has over 6 million shares worth over $25 million. In the first quarter of 2021, the fund purchased a share in the company, gradually increasing its holdings over the next few years. Wood, on the other hand, sold a piece of that shareholding in each of its first 3 quarters of 2021. Hedge fund sentiment on Aqua Bounty Technologies Incorporated is not particularly bullish. 6 hedge funds held positions in Aqua Bounty Tech Inc. worth $27 million at the end of the third quarter of 2021, up from 4 in the previous quarter at $41 million. Number 1. Berkeley Lights Incorporated. Number of hedge fund holders 18. Decline in share price in 2021 88%. Berkeley Lights Inc. is a corporation that specializes in digital cell biology. 2 Sigma Advisors, a New York-based financial firm, is a major shareholder in Berkeley Lights Inc., owning 1.1 million shares worth more than $23 million. Despite Berkeley Lights Inc.'s stock price plummeting, Wood remains optimistic about the company. According to third quarter 2021 filings, ARK raised its interest in Berkeley Lights Inc. by 24% between June and September, and currently holds over 8.5 million shares worth over $166 million. Thanks for watching the whole video. Again, if you're new and like this type of content, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below and hit that like button. Also, click on the notification bell to get updated on our weekly uploads. See you in the next video.